Good morning. Welcome back to the Red Mic. Happy Thursday. I'm glad you're here. Today's Red Mic message: same facts, different conclusions. There was an old bit from Robin Williams where he quoted Ronald Reagan, who, from what I understand, did actually say this. He said, "What would this country be without this great land of ours?" Now, the next part's the joke. Mr. President, in the dictionary under redundant, does it say C redundant? Well, you can say that again. My point in offering that joke today, if today's Red Mike message seems repetitive, you're not wrong, because I just saw a post from Justin Wright, and he was quoting a guy named Nir Eyal. Your brain takes in about 11 million bits of data every second, but you're only aware of about 50, and your beliefs decide which 50. So think about that for a minute. You're not reacting really to reality. You're reacting to a filtered vision of reality. As John Conley might have said, your own rose-colored glasses. The filter isn't logic, it's belief. Two leaders, two staff members, two people, they can all sit in the same meeting, watch the same presentation, hear the same words, see the same results. One will walk out thinking, that's something I can build around, and the other one walks out thinking, that's a problem I'm going to have to manage. Same person, same performance, same data, different belief, a different 50 bits, different reality. Now, if you've been following me in a while, this bit from Scott Adams is not going to be surprising, and this is probably the repetitive part. Scott Adams called that two movies on one screen. Same facts, but people walk away thinking they saw something completely different. Neither one is lying. Neither one is uninformed, but they're watching different movies. Now, here's how these things connect. Nir Eyal explains why it happens. Scott Adams shows you what it looks like when it does. Because again, your beliefs don't just shape your opinions, they determine what you notice, what you ignore, what you expect, what you remember. And by the time you form an opinion, you've already edited the film. And that can be dangerous or powerful, because those beliefs, they don't just stay in your head, they show up in how you lead, how you coach, how you respond, how much patience you have, how much opportunity you give people. And over time, people start performing in response to that. It's it's called the Pygmalion effect. Belief in something makes it real. It works a lot like the placebo effect in medicine. What you believe about yourself changes how you perform, and what you believe about others changes how they perform. Where in the placebo effect, if you believe something enough, it's going to work. Either way, expectation has a way of becoming reality. And when expectations rise, performance tends to rise with them. And it's not because the reality changed, but it's because behavior did. You give more chances. You see more upside. You reinforce different things. People respond to that. There's an educator. Her name is Marva Collins. Kids that were labeled unteachable, they're reading Shakespeare, not because they suddenly became different kids, but because somebody decided to see a different movie. Now, let's apply that to leadership. Whether you realize it or not, you decide which movie your team is going to live in. Because if you believe your team is weak, you'll notice every mistake, you'll expect failure, you'll tighten control, you'll limit opportunity, and you'll get exactly what you expected. Just ran into a couple of former colleagues yesterday, and one of them just completed her first master's program assignment, and she was very excited. She didn't tell me this. I saw this later in a post. She was very excited that, her first assignment went off without a hitch. And I always knew she could do it. When I first started working with her, her ego, her self-confidence, all of that was really, really low. My predecessor, I've mentioned her before, belittled everybody. on the team. She didn't believe in any of them. I came in and I threw all that out. I wanted to know who these people were, and I didn't come in with any preconceived notions. And I saw immediately that they were all significantly more competent than my predecessor ever gave them credit for. And running into her yesterday and then seeing her post about her master's program, it just reinforced what I believed about her all the time. And that's kind of the point of what I'm trying to make today. You will get exactly what you expect if you believe your team can grow. You're going to notice their effort. You'll create opportunities. You'll give them space. You'll build their confidence. And again, you will get what you expected. 2 movies, same team. Belief alone isn't enough. You can't think your way into better results. There's research that shows people who imagine success without action, they lose motivation. The brain treats it like it's already done. So if belief shapes what you see, action is what makes it real. If you've got a limiting belief, I'm not ready, my team can't handle this won't work, you're not going to argue with it. You're going to act against it. So take the step that contradicts the belief, gather evidence, do it again. Confidence doesn't come from thinking, it comes from proof. Sometimes the belief you need isn't even yours yet. It's borrowed from a coach, a boss, a parent, a friend, somebody who sees a different movie for you, a different outcome for you before you even can see it yourself. If you hear this in your head or from external sources, you're more ready than you think. Don't overthink it. Don't wait until you feel ready. Act on it. Because the moment you do, you start rewriting the movie. You don't experience reality. You experience your beliefs about reality. Your team will rise or fall to the expectations that you consistently show them. 2 people can see the same facts, but live in completely different worlds. Belief changes perception, but action is what turns it into truth. Sometimes the belief you need is the one you borrow until you earn it. And that's today's Red Mike message. Same facts, different conclusions. You don't see what is, you see what you expect. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys. Please give me a like, a follow, and a share. I'd appreciate that a whole lot. And until next time, don't forget, as always, life is short. Drink the bourbon. I'll see you.